You ready?
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's a good start.
Listeners, lovers, and friends, welcome back to the podcast. I have a great guest today. He's a comic from season 1, and it might get, we don't know how it's going to go here.
It's going to be a little blue.
A little blue, like sad?
Blue.
Is she going to cry?
No, it's like, that's what they used to, like, Red Fox had blue comedy, like Lenny Bruce, they called it blue comedy because it was lewd and crass.
Okay.
And they would do,
my mom wouldn't understand.
do swears and talk about genitals and such.
Mom,
Yes.
tune out now. She's already probably saying rosaries.
She's like, oh my God, he said genitals.
Oh, shit.
The funny thing is, I'll save it. I don't want to fucking waste all of it.
This show would not be made possible without great sponsors, like our season 3 sponsors.
Coates Car Care.
Oh my God, you read my mind. I love
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's Coates Car Care.
You know why I would only go get my car washed at Coates Car Care?
Tell me.
I'm a big fan of alliteration.
Coates Car Care. Me too. Oh my God. Yeah. You know what? That was frowned upon in school a little bit.
Yeah?
And it gets frowned upon now, kind of like rhyming poems.
See, I'm like, yeah, what? That's what poems are supposed to do.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I don't want to go to some poetry slam and just hear some guy. So, the clouds clapped,
The wind was quiet and blue.
and my grilled cheese sandwich frowned upon me.
Yeah, see, it's got a
Like,
rhyme.
no, man. Yeah. You
Cat in the Hat shit, man.
go back to the basics.
Silverstein.
Yep.
Shel Silverstein?
Oh, yeah, I smoked weed with that guy.
No, you're lying.
Yeah, totally.
Is this for real?
Shelly, yeah.
Oh my God. I want to hear
And
about
I was like, dude, where does this sidewalk end? He's like, I don't know, dude. And then we ended up in the morning, and we're like, fuck, man, it ended here. We got to get the fuck out of here. Show!
it. And
And then we're like, there's literally shells everywhere on the ground. Like, this is a bad neighborhood.
Oh, my God.
Silverstein, let's go.
He was my favorite growing up, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude. You know, he wrote a lot of songs, too. He wrote a lot of Johnny Cash songs.
Really?
Boy named Sue.
No.
Swear to God, one piece at a time. He wrote that.
Dude, did you really smoke weed with Shel Silverstein?
No.
Oh, because I'm like,
How old do you think I am?
I don't know. I know you're only a couple years older than me, but you know, like Tommy Chong's coming to town in a couple
That's
weeks.
true. You think I'm like Johnny Depp when he's riding around with like Fear and Loathing or like Hunter S. Thompson? Like me and Shel Silverstein are just like in this convertible, drive around doing shrooms and shit.
You ate some shrooms and then you thought you smoked weed with Shel
Right,
Silverstein,
you
but
know
you were
what?
so deep in this lucid dream that it just didn't happen.
It was some Jewish guy. I don't know if it was that one, but
Is he Jewish? Yeah, I guess Silverstein.
yeah.
The name kind of gives it away, maybe.
yeah, I think it's the Shell. Shell
Well,
is a very
do you think Shel
Jewish
Silverstein
name.
would go through Coates Car Care?
absolutely.
Do you think he'd like it for the same reason of alliteration?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They do a bang up job.
They do a
from
bang
top
up.
to bottom, from
know-
tip to taint.
Do you know? Did you know they only use made in the USA Simonized products?
Do they use? I hear they use only holy water. Also,
The water's blessed, but
Yes.
typically only on Sundays.
there's a priest that comes in.
And they actually
Father Simonized.
they're doing a study that less traffic accidents happen because
Because your car's cleaner.
your car's cleaner and Father Simonized has blessed the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hang that rosary from your rearview mirror there.
Super shiny.
Yeah.
They're super shiny.
They do a good job.
We want to thank Coates with all their awesomeness. If you want to find out more, are you a member of their Wash Club program?
No. Is it an exclusive club?
No, it's not.
VIP?
Actually, all you got to do is you go in, you sign up for like a package. They have like 4 different packages.
Okay.
First one starts off $24.95.
Okay, not
You
bad.
can wash your car every day, unlimited. You could go in afterwards though and vacuum your stuff out. They got free vacuums.
They got free ones?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, at Coates Car Care?
Yeah, they just got them in Howland. When the hell was the last time you got your car washed?
Oh, the one in Howland. No, they have a Coates Car Care in Howland too?
What are you talking about? Yeah, right on 46.
Yeah, I go down that one that's right across from the...
Well, also, after you get your car washed and you vacuum out all the litter that's under your seats probably.
Yeah, garbage, Taco Bell wrappers.
Ugh. Taco. I used to have taco. Remember, did you ever wake up like the next day after you dropped a taco?
Oh, it's on my steering wheel.
Oh, God.
There's just meat and cheese like all over my steering wheel.
Or if you ate it in the car while you were driving home.
Bro, I remember one time I'm not going to say I was driving drunk because
But you were driving drunk?
I never would do such a thing. But like I get up the next day and I don't remember anything. And on my steering wheel is like a Gatorade and a Gordita. And I was like... Like I had traveled back in time, like it was like Back to the Future, and like drunk Shane totally set me up for like morning time. Like he took care of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, way to go, drunk Shane.
Did you eat the Gordita?
Fuck yeah, I did. I was hungover as shit, bro. And a Gatorade. I don't even know where the Gatorade came from. They don't sell those at Taco Bell. I had to make a special trip when I was time traveling
with Shel Silverstein on the mushroom trip.
Shell, man.
That was the night.
I was like, way to hook a brother up, drunk Shane.
Smoking it up.
Like I totally high-fived myself.
You know what's awesome?
What?
When you have the munchies or you're just generally hungry.
Yeah, you don't have to be on anything to be hungry.
You do not, and you don't and shouldn't be on anything. No. I mean, we're not condoning that kind of behavior. Mm-hmm. We're just saying it may or may not have happened.
A lot.
A disclaimer for these people listening, our prodders out there, which we like to call you, this could or could not be all fiction.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. And everything we're going to talk about
this is entertainment.
It's past the point of, what do they say that in legal terms? Like it's
statute of limitations.
They have expired.
Yeah, nice try.
Station Square Restaurant. We got one over on you. Station Square Restaurant is a great place to eat if you got the munchies.
Yep.
You go there a lot?
After I get my car washed.
Boom.
Every day I pull up there and I'm like, hey, can I get a plate of clams?
Do you drink wine? Are you a wine drinker?
I'll drink a nice Moscato or a Riesling or a Mad Dog 2020.
The last time you were on the show, we were drinking Modern Methods. So I don't know if you just drank beer. But you know,
I drink just about anything alcoholic.
Anything I get my hands on.
Yeah.
He came in with a brown paper bag.
I'm actually drinking a bottle of vanilla extract while we do this podcast. Yeah. I was in the bathroom and I drank all of your hand sanitizer, all of it.
I was really surprised when you came in with that bottle of vanilla extract. I was like, what's he doing with this?
It keeps your breath fresh and also gets you a little loop.
Well, and you know, it's like an economy size one too.
Never know when you're going to need to bake something, Jim.
This is
Always
true.
Be prepared.
You could be baked right now. People listening could be baked.
Do not know.
My mom will be like, I don't understand the blue comedy thing, and I don't know what baked means. What is that?
Like, yeah. And you're like, it's a cooking term.
She's hipper than I let on. I'm just teasing. She likes going to Station Square. They got 450 bottles of wine. They just won a big award.
What?
Yeah, man.
Seems like a lot.
We only roll.
How do they fit people in there? It's just all wine? You just, because there's just a takeout window?
2 at a time.
Okay.
And they just, in and out
Seems
fast.
Like a lot. How big is that place? Is it like the Metroplex?
It's pretty big. No, you know what? They cater at the Metroplex, though.
Do they?
Yeah, they're one of the caterers
storage
now.
Center?
No, yeah, no, they're still doing weddings back there.
Oh, are they?
Did you ever do comedy at the Metroplex?
I never got to when it was the Funny Farm. Then I wasn't in comedy then. I did go to shows there at the Metroplex, but I never got to do comedy there. I might go and do it at the self-storage part now.
The Metroplex is
I'm just going to wheel in like a microphone and a speaker. And
different
like,
business model.
Hey, what are you moving in there? Is that a bureau?
Remember that show where they'd bid? Did you ever watch that show?
Storage Wars?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was kind of addictive.
Yeah, I remember I saw one, and they can't go in. They're just looking, and they're like, "Oh, what is in there? Is that a couch?" And I see a hot plate, and it looks like a bucket of urine. And then they're like, "Oh my God, is that Skeet Ulrich?" And I'm like, "He's just living here." And like,
"Hey, Skeet, nice to see you."
And they won him for $50, man. Like they were like, "I'm gonna sell Skeet Ulrich in my antique store."
Some of the stuff they'd find would be pretty cool, though. Like, it was kind of like a treasure hunt.
Yeah, I think a lot of that was set up.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
Come on. People are like, oh, I can't believe I found the Holy Grail in this unit in Pasadena.
Damn reality TV. We lifted the veil
of
back
Remus
on
and
it.
Romulus.
Oh, I'm so bummed, man.
Yep. I hate to pull the rug out from under you.
Season 3 silver sponsor, Shane, is Salvatore's Italian Grill.
Oh, right.
I know you're a Howland guy.
That's right
now.
by my home.
Yeah. They actually have 3 locations. Did you know that?
Yeah. They have that one. They have the one in Sicily.
I think they do have one in Sicily.
And they just opened that one in Afghanistan.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Don't go there, man.
What? Oh, there's a lot of openings now.
YouTube pulled us. We're not talking about anything political.
Didn't mean to. No, but they have Howland and where?
Howland, Austintown, and Niles. They're like, I think some of those are quickie ones.
Is the Niles one inside the mall? Is it that one?
They do have, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The food court?
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, they do have that too. But the one in Austintown, I've never been to.
No, I don't think that actually exists.
Sal Coppola, the owner, used to live on...
what? What's his last name?
Sal Coppola. Like Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
No relation. Well, I don't know. Actually, I never asked him.
Yeah, you don't know
should.
that.
Yeah. His son was a student of mine.
Really?
Yeah, I was teaching at JFK years ago.
Where were you teaching?
I was teaching film. I made my own curriculum up. They let me do my artist thing. I only taught part-time.
Okay.
Yeah. I did it for like free lunches, just for food. They paid me in
just
food.
for a pizza burger?
Yeah. What do they call them? Mexican pizzas? Did you guys have those at Howland?
No.
You didn't have the gas problem at our, after second or third period,
I remember like pizza turnovers and pizza burgers.
It's kind of making me hungry.
Peanut butter squares. Can you just go into a school and just like buy a lunch?
I don't know. My son's buying his first hot lunch today.
What do they cost now? $2.10?
I don't know. I gave him $5 and then I was like...
Oh, he was never going to bring it.
What's he going to get? Like a Pepsi and,
he's going to get some Dunkaroos.
Slice of pizza, maybe? He was like, what do I do? I go, you go in line and, you order. You're going to kind of like order off the
whatever two entrees they have.
Yeah. So he brought an extra $5. I should say he had an extra $5 in his bag.
Just in case.
Yeah. He's not... Unfortunately, going to Salvatore's. They're not serving Salvatore's today.
That's unfortunate.
And they're also not serving, because it's an elementary school, our final silver sponsor of the season 3, which is, I drug it out a little bit because I wanted to give you a gift. Because we're doing this at like noon,
and we're sober.
Sean, hey Sean, who the fuck is across from me?
It's long A.
Yeah, I know.
Sean's the past tense of my name.
I was listening to Sean Carvin and Matt Martin's podcast today. They did did you know those guys?
The Carvin and Martin show.
That's kind of fun.
Carvin Martin.
They do TNP. They work at TNP, Trouble Neighborhood Partnerships.
Okay.
And they're on the Defend Warren podcast, which is like right down the way. James Guy does that.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's
competition,
noon, I know
we're gonna rumble.
Yeah,
we're coming for you.
He was like, "Hey, you want
TP
to do my
whatever
show?"
that other guy's name was?
Carvin.
Defend this, pal.
Carvin and Martin. The Carvin and Martin.
Yeah,
show.
Carvin and Martin.
Well, since you're drinking vanilla extract and I'm drinking Nova, and it's noon and we're not drinking beer yet, I wanted to give you a gift card.
What?
Yeah, check it out. But listen, I know you're not a tech guy. So
what is it?
This is a $25 gift card to Modern Methods.
Get out of here!
Yeah, which is right down the road.
Oh man!
And you have to put that
going afterward.
You have to put that code in, and they'll send you a link for the thing.
Dope.
And, so that's for you.
Thank you, James.
You are welcome. And did you know that this season we are giving away gift cards and free prizes to our listeners. From Coates Car Care, from Station Square, from Salvatore's Italian Grill, and
3 locations.
From Modern Methods Brewery.
One location.
Yeah, only one.
But they sell it everywhere, man.
Yeah, did you ever get it at the grocery store?
I've gotten it at West Side Bowl.
Oh, yeah?
I've gotten it at Barrel 33.
Yeah?
I'm not sure where else I've got, but it's every place.
They have it at Mike's Drive-Thru on 46 in Howland, too.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. It used to be the old Mr. D's.
Mr. D's. That was one of my first jobs.
Really?
Yeah. Well, after college, I moved home.
Yeah. They still have the pizza part too. They used to have a kitchen. Did you know they had a kitchen? They had pizza and it would sell pizza and pizza turnovers out of that place too. And the pizza was phenomenal.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would just serve. I'd sell mostly lottery tickets, cigarettes, and beer. To people.
Yeah. The Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity
of scumbagness.
There are some real interesting characters, like regulars that would roll through every night, every Thursday, I only worked there for
they're half in the bag, just running their car to the chip display and shit.
Dude.
Like, oh Christ, here comes Bernie.
You'd have some real degenerates up.
Here's your case of Beast Light, pal.
You'd have some people that would come in and they would sit in the office with you while they bought lottery tickets, and they would scratch off
Just
and then
chill
cash
there.
you out, and you'd be like, I got like a fucking line of cars, man. Like, can you get out of the way?
This is a drive-through, not a walk-in, bro.
Silly ass people. Anyway, Shane, I hope you enjoy that beer.
I will.
I should probably give you a proper announcement, even though now we're like 18 minutes into the show. Okay.
This is going to be a three-parter. This is going to be like Tarantino's fucking Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. You're going to have to listen to this in segments.
Well, we're going to have you on a third time now, because 2 is like...
Yeah, the trifecta.
Yeah, exactly. So Prodders, this is our guest today, and obviously you probably read the liner notes anyways before you hit play on Spotify. Shane Herman.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jim.
What's it like being back after the pandemic and all that other crazy shit that we just went through? Because you haven't been on you were on season 1.
Yeah. I was one of the originals.
That's right.
Highest rated episode in the history of the podcast.
Well, I was telling you before we started.
High, but I'm going to make that a thing.
I think it's pretty high.
Yeah.
It's pretty...
How did I rate against Tim Ryan?
I think he might be... I'll look after the show's over.
Well, guess what? I didn't run for president, so I'm still pretty high up there.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't know if you're in the top... I think you might be in the top 10. This is maybe episode 56
Oh, you've done a lot of these.
Yeah. Well, so we're trying to do 3. This will be season 3.
Yeah.
Each season's 26 episodes.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of trying to keep it like it's a...
like a show.
Yeah, right.
Like a series.
That's it.
How they do it.
You got it.
After COVID, it's great to be in here. I mean, you're still making me wear 2 masks, which I thought was weird because we are 6 feet apart.
I appreciate that. You got to be safe.
But
I had you put one on your head too. Can you tell the Prodders that you have that silver?
I do have the tinfoil.
The tinfoil on your head. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
we'll take pictures afterwards to show.
Wearing 2 pairs of briefs.
2 pairs of undies,
just in case.
Are they?
Because I get very excited when I talk to you, Joe, and I want to suppress anything that may be brewing down there.
Keep that
Speaking of brewing, go to Modern Methods, one of our silver sponsors, and get yourself something to drink.
What other show do you know that actually does that though? We're giving away beer. Like you got to drink it you got to get it at the in the room at the tap house
down there in the little cove.
Yeah, you can't get it at.
My first time going. They've been around for what? 5 years? 4?
3. 2018, I think.
The first time I was ever there was like 2 weeks ago.
No, are you serious?
I'm kicking myself. I've had their beer. I've just never been to the brewery.
Oh, no shit.
And
why don't you send me a text, man?
Should have.
Yeah.
They were having some sort of like outdoor vendors market.
I was there.
Some sort of artisans market.
Yeah, I brought my son.
Yeah, it was. I must have just missed you then.
Yeah.
I went that night. I was down at the shoe.
How's the shoe, man? I've been there for a while.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. The Horseshoe is fantastic. Great place to go. Get something to eat and drink.
Horseshoe.
They are now a bronze sponsor because I just plugged them for no reason.
They actually used to be a client. I made some commercials for them.
Oh, excellent. Yes.
Yeah.
So then I was there and I'm like, I'm not going to walk down and see what's going on. And they had it all lit up like the Vegas downtown, old Vegas area.
Yeah.
And then there's just people selling like soap they make and
did you buy anything?
Jewelry. And no, I don't like to support local. I'm like,
I go to Walmart.
You people really need to woo me. I only buy
you
retail.
Fuckers get a job.
I only pay the highest retail.
You go get a job, you artist.
Yeah,
I want my shit made in China.
Go shave your pits. Already.
You granola eating.
God damn. No, but they had a lot of cool things, and I'm always I'm down for like it wasn't anything like I'm into, man, like like apparently soap. Apparently I don't like to be clean, so I wouldn't buy any soap.
Why the fuck didn't you buy any soap, man?
I should have bought soap. I will go and buy some soap. I know they're that soap. You know those soap people?
Yeah.
Down there?
Yeah. Fatty cakes.
Yeah, fatty cakes.
Yeah, awesome.
They have dude soap. They have dude soap down there.
They've got
my ex bought me some dude soap.
Yeah, they have some stuff called Dirty Hippie. Yeah. Speaking about dirty hippies.
Yeah.
But it's not that she's
well,
dirty hippie.
She should have sold a bunch because
she did
that day. Okay.
Yeah, I actually bought, it was my mom's birthday. and they had a box, and it was called like the gift box or something, whatever it was. It had like certain scents in it and certain soaps and whatever. And Dirty Hippie's like their number one seller because it's kind of like, what do they call it? Asexual. Like guys can wear it. It's a guy scent. It's a girl scent. It smells fucking
non-binary.
Awesome. Non-binary.
Soap.
Yeah.
Get some non-binary soap down there at Fatty Cakes.
I bought it for my mom. A box of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
She likes to smell good.
She does.
Be clean.
She usually smells pretty nice. Keep it clean. Keep yourself clean, Mom.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean, Mom.
And then she takes it and puts it in your mouth after this podcast.
You dirty boy. I wonder what that's. Well, she makes
edible soap?
No, bubblegum soap. Fatty Cakes has this
What did
stuff.
you just say?
Yeah, Fatty Cakes has bubblegum soap.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
No.
I rhymed it with gum, and I'm like, I don't think they make that.
Bubblegum. Oh, you're nasty. Bubblegum soap.
You need to enunciate.
Speak on it, man.
Yeah, that place is dope. There's a lot of cool. I like coming downtown Warren now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening.
Right?
There's cool restaurants down here. You know, you got.
Which ones you been to? Any ones you like?
I love Jacked.
Yeah,
I really do. Jacked is really good food. I've been to Weston, Maine. Weston, Maine has really good food.
Yep.
Where else have I been?
You ever go to Beautiful World?
You know what? I haven't. What? Oops.
That's all right.
Hit my mic. I have not been to that place yet, but I hear good things.
They've got a PB&J smoothie.
Yeah.
That will knock your socks off. They'll knock those briefs, the double pair of briefs you're wearing, right off.
Blow them right off my torso.
They have a thing called what's the one called? Strawbango. It's like strawberry, mango, and banana or something.
I've seen that.
Freaking delicious.
I've seen that movie.
They have food too. Strawbango, yeah. That was like a triple Xer.
The old Strawbango.
Remember those? Shane was telling me before we were talking about old movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, maybe I'll open up a video store.
Yeah, no, first of all, let's preface this. Don't steal this because it's patent pending.
Yeah, right.
I've already got the wheels in motion, and I have lawyers, Harshman and Gravelis.
Big time.
So if you slip and fall or try to steal this idea.
Dewey, Dickham, and Howe. The firm of Dewey, Dickham, and Howe is coming after
all
you.
the elks, every one of them. The whole fucking herd of elks will come after you with lawsuits.
What's funny is like about 40% of our listenership is not from the area.
Oh,
so
that's
like,
good.
What the fuck are they talking about, these elks?
Hey, let me talk more about regional, local shit.
It's good though because maybe
some dude in Portugal. What the?
They'll want to come. I don't think we have listeners there.
Oh, okay.
India.
You don't know.
We have some listenership in India. We've been recently.
Really?
Yeah. They're probably just.
Well, they probably know about it because of the Calcutta Coast Car Care location, which is triple or quadruple alliteration.
He might want to think about that.
Yeah.
We got to
outsource. Yeah. Everyone's doing it.
What? No, what do you have a name for what this place would be called? Well, let me tell people what it is.
Yeah.
We were Shane and I were talking about old movies and stuff and 80s things and whatever, and he was like, I still go to.
I'm stuck in a time warp because I'm old and I grew up in the 80s, so I love everything.
And you go to Redbox. You said I go to Redbox.
I don't stream. I don't know how to do any of that. No, we were talking, and I'm like, the reason I'm like 48, and I date girls that are like 15 years younger than me, so they can teach me how to do technology, and then eventually they realize I'm old, and then we break up, and then something new comes along, and I'm like, I gotta find another girl. So then, I go to the Hot Topic, and
Hot Topic.
I meet a nice 20-something with a nose ring, and I'm like, hey, show me how to stream.
That was Spencer's in the 80s.
And I'll buy you a Hello Kitty backpack in here. How about that?
Isn't that funny how that Hello Kitty Sabrina?
That's probably your name.
You said something.
The next one's going to be Sabrina. So if there are any Sabrinas listening in the tri-state area, hit me up.
They can come and check you out at some of your live shows.
Yeah.
But this place that we were talking about, you wanted to open up a video because we were like, oh man, I wish Family Dollar. I was like, man, me too. Because
Family Video, yeah.
I want to say Family Dollar.
Yeah. They should close all those.
We got enough of those.
They'll close on their own. Don't worry.
What's your video store called?
Totally Awesome.
Oh, you said that before.
Yeah, Totally Awesome.
Yeah.
80s video store. It's all 80s. Now it's like maybe 90s too, because 90s kids, but it would be just like 80s pop culture mostly, and like all kind of 80s movies, even though like obscure stuff like you only saw once, and you're like, oh, I wonder where that movie's, and you just come in and like experience that again. I think it's cool for nostalgia, and then introducing like a new generation to a lot of these films, because we were talking, we're like 80s still permeates our culture. Like it's still like with Cobra Kai,
huge,
and things coming back, and it's like going into season 4 now. Like people dig that, and then they make it accessible to a younger generation. And they're like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, that shit's huge, man. I think that 80s stuff is great. I think that you'd have to sell other. We're talking about you have to sell maybe some other things. Maybe
drugs.
Maybe there's
a lot of 80s drugs,
which would be
Quaaludes.
All cocaine.
I think it's cocaine. Is Quaaludes more 70s?
I think Quaaludes is more 70s.
All right.
Yeah.
Huffing stuff.
Paint.
We'll have a like gasoline huffing area section.
Here's my question, though.
Yes.
When you go into Totally Awesome and you're walking around and there's like the hip 80 guys and they're wearing the
parachute pants
and the Reeboks that used to like pump them up, or whatever those called.
Yeah.
Just like pump up your shoes. Yeah.
Yep.
Or some kangaroos.
Or some British Knights.
You'd be putting your money in like
BKs.
the side of the fucking kangaroos, the little zipper pouch.
Zip-zops. Yeah.
When you walk in and you're walking around and you're selling movie posters and other stuff. Memorabilia. Is there the room, the triple X room that used to be? Remember those rooms?
Oh, yeah.
It was like the adult section.
Bro, I used to be the manager of the Family Video in Girard.
Oh, shit.
And they were like, we had like those saloon doors, like the Old West in that area. And you'd hear, it'd be super quiet in there, and you just hear creak. And there's a monitor in that room specifically, so I'm behind the counter, and it's always like the creepiest guy in there, and it's like, oh, please don't start whacking
oh my god, do you have anybody start whacking it?
No, just me watching that guy. That's my fetish. I like to watch other men looking at porn titles, and then I just start jacking it. What? That's why I no longer work at Family Video. No, that never happened. Just kidding. You should
no, it did. It did. It's okay. You can admit it. It's
just
fine.
17 times. But I remember I was I got trained, and I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a dude that works.
Tom Smith.
It's a dude that works on local television, and he would come in and buy or rent several porno titles.
Really?
At a time. I'll tell you after the show.
Oh, yes.
And we'll have that. Sorry. I'm not. I'm not going to get sued.
For everybody.
I owe nothing. And I'm not going to lose my imaginary Totally Awesome video store because I slipped up and said this guy's name on the air.
I want to be a partner in this if I can. I just want to be like an equity partner. I'll just buy a piece.
Like Shark Tank.
You can run it however you want. I just want a little piece of it.
Yes. It's going to be huge.
So anyone that's listening that wants to get involved in the giveaways that we have, I'm bribing you. You can, if you want to PM me or DM me or wherever that message me.
I so want to DM.
I'll give you the name that Shane gives me for your. Wait, why would I do that? I was gonna say why would I give them gift cards and stuff? It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, what are you giving them?
You can give me stuff and for the information.
Yeah.
Oh, Shane, you're probably not gonna tell me now.
No, I'll tell you. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll just deny everything. This guy knows who he is, and once I tell you, you're gonna be like, yeah, he looks like the creepiest dude on local television.
Well, we were talking in season 1 about your great tweets in history.
Oh, yeah.
Great tweets. Are you still doing that kind of bit?
No. It's played out.
So old.
It is. I started that. Oh, man. That thing's probably like 8 years old now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I would bring, like, if I was going to another city or something, I might break it out every now and again. And it's kind of cool nostalgia-wise. I go break it out and be like, I haven't done this for a while, but I'll do it.
I wonder if there would be any, great tweets in history from, like, Dan Rather, or I came up with a couple because we were.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, I didn't come up with them. I was like, just want to put you on the spot. Because we were talking about Mufasa and like somehow.
Were we?
Were we talking about Lion King last time for some reason?
We may have.
Well, you know why? Because we were talking about.
Because I have emotional scars.
Well, so that was one of the other ones. What's Scar's tweet? In the after he kills, Mufasa, what's he tweet out? I'm not actually asking you. I'm not putting you on the spot.
Okay, good.
But you can think about it if you want.
Right.
The reason we were talking about that is we were talking about Ottavio Musumeci, and you were like, Musumeci Mufasa. And we started went into this weird thing.
Who is that guy?
That's the owner of Station Square.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were riffing on that a little bit.
Man, his name just sounds like an opera.
Right?
Like Ottavio
Musumeci.
That's a musical name.
Yeah, right?
Right.
So you're not doing the tweets anymore. That's a bummer.
No.
Kills that note. I'm going through some notes. I wanted to make some funny. I got an idea though.
Yeah.
You were talking about before you wanted to get into TV in the last show.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking today, and I was like, man, I got Shane on, and maybe I'll try to come up with a knock-knock joke or some kind of joke, some kind of bit,
Right.
Because I didn't know, because I think the bar was set kind of high from the first season. I thought it was really funny. It's just me now. Brandon's not here carrying the show.
Right.
And so I was like, I'll come up with a knock-knock joke. And so here's my knock-knock joke, and then I came up with a show that maybe you could voice the talent of.
Oh, okay, great.
So, knock-knock.
Who's there?
Okra.
Okra who?
Oprah Winfrey. Right? It's like the silliest shit ever.
Okay, let me do one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Okra.
Okra who?
Oklahoma, where the wind comes running down the plains. See how I do that? I'm a professional, Jim.
Well,
this is what I do.
I did bring my guitar because I'm going to put you on the spot. We'll do some blues riffing here with some lyrics, making lyrics up on the spot.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes. It'll probably crash and burn.
Yeah.
You never know, though. Let's try to stay positive.
It could be magic.
What if we did a show about talk show hosts, and they were like Oprah Winfrey,
okay,
Jay Lentil.
Are there?
I don't know.
Are these all raps that you can get at A Beautiful World?
I mean, they should probably do this.
It sounds like something you would get there.
Dr. Pill. I know it's not like a food, but you eat it, you stick it in your mouth.
All right.
How about James Cordon Bleu?
Oh.
James Corbin,
yes.
James Cordon Bleu.
Like it.
He'd be like a piece of chicken with some whatever's in a cordon bleu.
Yeah.
Sliced up with some bacon.
Kohlberger.
Well, that was pretty good, man.
You like that one?
Yeah. Yeah. Who would you want to be the voice for? Jay Lentil, Dr. Pill, Steven Kohlberger?
I guess I would be Dr. Pill.
Dr. Pill.
Yeah.
How would he sound?
I don't know if I could do a Dr. Pill impression.
Would he be like, well, what's funny? Here's like a loop back
let me tell you a little something. First of all, I know my name is Dr. Pill, but you're a little hard to swallow. Tell you that right now, mister.
But I want my dad to give me money all the time.
Listen. Your dad is not an ATM with a penis. Okay, you got to earn that money. You got to get out there. You got to get off your buttocks.
You don't know about me, Dr. Phil.
Listen, why don't you catch me outside?
Oh, that's where I was going to. You fucking stole my thunder.
How about that?
You totally stole my thunder.
Dr. Pill
You son
stepped
of a
on his
bitch.
punchline.
God damn it. That was pretty good, man. I like that.
That was right off the top of my head.
Yeah, that was nice, man. We talked about last time about your classic. Your Grandpa Bill was
Bill?
Your Grandpa Bill? Didn't you have a Grandpa Bill?
Pup. Yeah. His name was Bill, and we called him Walt. His real name was Walter. Everyone called him Bill.
Oh.
It was, but you're right.
Okay.
You threw me off. I forgot. I'm like, wait, which grandpa are you talking about? But yeah. Funniest dude ever. Yeah.
He got you into the classics.
Yeah. The old classics, like the vaudeville stuff,
right?
Marx Brothers.
Did you ever get into any George Burns?
Yeah, Burns and Allen.
Yeah.
Jack Benny, Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello, The Stooges,
Stooges,
like silent film
Shemp
stuff.
Or
oh god,
Curly, or what was the other one? Who were the ones that always kept getting? There was always
Curly died. Well, when they first started in vaudeville, Shemp was part of it. When they start getting popular and doing the the shorts, the film shorts.
Yeah.
It went to Curly. Curly died, and then it went back to Shemp, and then Shemp died.
Oh.
Then it went to Joe Besser, and Joe Besser was kind of like a guy that was always on the Abbott and Costello show.
Yeah.
And they got him.
What was his character's name?
It was just Joe. It was Joe.
Oh, yeah. Larry, Moe, and Joe or some shit.
Yeah, Larry, Moe, and Joe.
Doesn't
And then
sound
Curly Joe DeRita was like the last one, and that guy was just like a big fat guy.
I must have tuned out on those. I kind of remember Shemp and Curly.
Shemp and Curly are the most iconic, and they're, of course, Moe, Curly, and Shemp are all brothers as well.
Were you like an Oh God fan at all? Did you remember those?
Yeah, with John Denver and
that was the first one. Yeah.
And there's Oh God Book 2 and Oh God You Devil.
Oh God You Devil, where Burns played like the God and Devil at the same time.
Played God and the Devil.
It's kind of my favorite one.
Yes.
Mainly from a nostalgia thing. It's not really a great movie.
Because of Catholicism.
Right. Yeah. It all comes back to parochial school.
Right. You're like, oh man.
And then the dude, who was that dude that played the father? You remember him? He was in like a couple of 80s movies. That was an 80s film, going back to that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I think probably 1980, the first Oh God.
Well, the first one, but I'm talking about Oh God, You Devil. And remember he was singing, you got the horse right here, his name is Paul Revere. That was like part of the thing.
Oh, dude, I haven't seen that in a long time. I'm not sure.
Forget it.
We should have watched that before the show.
We should have primered it with it.
But it will be a totally awesome. So you can run it.
Yeah.
Every 2 for Tuesdays.
How about we were talking about...
We're also going to have...
Willem Dafoe's face in the...
Oh, God. Willem Dafoe has the scariest face. It looks like someone just pulled his skin as tight as it possibly can go. It looks like it hurts. Like his skull and face look like it hurts because his skin's so tight.
When he screams in Streets of Fire...
I thought his face was going to just rip in two.
He's like, ah! And he has that same look in one of the Spider-Man movies.
Dude, his mouth gets so big, like he could swallow another man. Like he gets... his mouth gets like Anaconda.
I smoked weed with him one time.
Did you? In Shell Silverstein?
Yeah. We almost ran into you. We were trying to get a hold of you guys.
That would have been dope.
Did you ever see... what's the movie where he plays like Nosferatu?
Shadow of the Vampire.
Yeah. That's a really...
And he looks just like Nosferatu.
Yeah.
I don't think they even use like makeup. They're like, bro, we're just going to shave your head. Just get in there and hiss a lot.
Do you want to try to do... I brought my guitar in.
Okay.
We talked about this ahead of time. Just making up an irreverent song. And I
mean, we can give it a beautiful whirl.
Ooh, now see, they're not a sponsor, man.
Sorry.
These guys you're not mentioning, like they're not getting. I'm not getting anything out of it.
All right, sorry. We can do it. Don't be a station square, man.
Ooh,
you like that one?
Man, you are pretty good. I was recently talking with, actually, we were talking about boxing. We can get back into that, too, because I didn't know you were a boxing fan.
Me and Jim are going to fight in the next segment.
Yeah, well, we're just going to fight live and we'll record it, and then we'll just leave it.
Yep.
And we can figure out what
it's going to look like one of those old-timey two cats in a ring from, like, the 40s, this grainy thing of us just, like, taking little jabs at one another.
Well, last week we had Jeff Lampkin on, I was telling you.
Yeah.
And we had the Night of Champions, and I didn't realize that your great-grandfather, was an inductee into the Legends of Leather.
Yep, Trumbull County Legends of Leather, one of the first inductees, George Red Harris. He actually fought bare knuckle before they even wore gloves.
That is insane.
Yeah.
And you said he had like cauliflower ears and stuff. How old was he when
he passed?
Yeah. How old were you too?
I would... What year was that Challenger? That thing when they're
1985,
86?
I want to say 80. I was in 5th grade.
It was 85, 86.
Yeah,
it was like he passed away, and I remember being at like my aunts afterward, and we're all like watching the TV, and like that happened. So it was like,
holy shit!
His funeral was the day of the Challenger explosion. Yeah.
So you remember him pretty vividly. You were probably like
I was
10 years old, 12 years old.
He smoked pipes and had the cauliflower. He'd shuffle around, had the cauliflower ears. And
did he talk about fighting and stuff?
Not a lot. He was just kind of like smile. He'd just smile at you and was like, "Hi, how are you doing?" But I mean, he was pretty old, you know.
Yeah.
He was kind of just like wanted to be left to his own devices. Super friendly guy, but didn't really talk a lot. Yeah, he was really old.
Was he like a immigrant? Did he come over from another place, or was he born here?
That I am not sure of. I do not know. Yeah.
my great grandfather was a immigrant. He'd come over from Italy with my grandmother and my great grandmother, and they were really. Now she'd passed away, and I was older, but he passed away, and I was probably like 5 or 6, and I still have memories of going over there. His name was Matteo, and he would speak to me in Italian and then teach me Italian, how to count in it, and how to ask for food and different shit.
Yeah.
And
Cibo.
Oh, what is it? Ciba? Is
that food in Italian? Cibo.
Oh,
Cibo.
I don't know, man.
Well, Jim, I took 4 years of Italian in high school.
Over at Howland High School.
So I know at least 7 words.
You went in, we said this in the last one, but we went to Bowling Green at the same time.
Yeah, we did.
Your undergraduate degrees in secondary education.
It is.
I never asked you on the show the last time. Did you teach? Did you ever teach high school?
I substitute taught in Warren City schools.
No shit. How was that?
For like 6 months. It was very dangerous minds. Actually, the high school wasn't bad. It's the middle schools. Those kids are awful, man.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Well,
they're not developed enough to understand like their consequences have actions, and you can be prosecuted for certain things. So they're just like, whatever, bro. Like, you're a substitute teacher, and I get it, man. You're on the bottom of the food chain. You know, you go in there, and I'm like, all right, we're just going to do this, and hopefully nobody stabs me with anything sharp.
Did you ever go to the middle school? Did you ever?
I was there a lot.
Oh, that's where you substitute taught.
Yeah.
All Warren City School?
All Warren City schools.
Did you ever do like elementary too?
No. It was the junior high and it was the high school. Back in the high school was like the actual high school.
Oh, before they got
like
the new place.
The one that looked like it was out from that Gothic, like a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that cool architecture, you know.
Yeah, that was super
it was just a cool architecturally looking.
Just a cool looking building.
Yeah, it's a shame they had to tear most of it down.
Yeah, I grew up the street from that.
Okay.
From that place, from that building, from the high school, and I always wanted to be like a Harding Panther.
Okay, yeah.
I just thought that was cool, and then it was
like the actual animal.
Yeah,
you just want to turn like Manimal. You just want to transform.
There's a. Dude, remember
that would be totally awesome.
There you go.
First season of Manimal.
Do you remember
VHS.
how it used to change? And when you saw it as a kid, you thought it was like super the shit.
Yeah, dude.
Then I saw that for some odd reason.
Came back and was like,
I was like, oh, this is fucking awful. Like that's a good one to maybe reboot. We could reboot Manimal.
Bring back now that we have CGI capabilities,
bro. Manimal, and you already have all the plot. The plot's already written out. They probably
basically couldn't he turn into something else too? Like I thought he could also turn into a hawk.
Beastmaster.
Oh, okay.
Beastmaster didn't turn into anything.
I swear to God, he turned into something. He was also a Manimal, but he could turn into something else.
He might have.
Maybe that was the second season.
Remember the movie with Rutger Hauer and Michelle Pfeiffer?
It's a Lady Hawk or something?
Yeah, bro. With Matthew Broderick was in it too. Yeah.
Ferris Bueller was also in it.
Yeah. She was the hawk and he was like a panther or a wolf. Was he a wolf?
Ladies, we were really big on people turning into shit.
Turning into animals,
other things. It was probably because of the Wonder Twins.
Powers activate. Yeah.
Remember, I always thought like the one got like the short end of the stick. It was like one could turn into like any animal, mammal, bird, any. The other one was like, I can turn into various forms of water.
Right.
He was like, form of a gorilla. She's like, form of an aquafina. I'm like, what the fuck?
That is terrible.
I was like, why are you just water?
An ice pick.
Yeah.
And then like the gorilla would grab the ice pick and like
come here, let's do this.
Right.
And the monkey was all jumping around, whacking it.
A pail of water. I just watched a documentary on Tommy
I hope we're going to like a small grease fire or something. And they're like, no, don't throw her on that. You have to use baking soda. And you're like, you really are a useless bitch, Jan.
A cloud. I think the dude was the water thing.
Was he the water guy?
Yeah.
Water boy? Fuck that guy. He sucked.
He did. That was a terrible superpower.
Yeah. I'd rather have none. Like, I can turn into water.
I don't know. Amazing. It would be cool if you were like locked in somewhere and you'd be like, I can turn into a puddle of water and then like
it goes down the drain.
You're speaking about whacking off monkeys though. I got to get in because I think it's hysterical.
The dude's name was Gleek too, remember?
No.
The monkey's name was Gleek.
Who?
Oh, and the Wonder Twins, the Super Friends. The two Jan and Jace, or not Jan and Jace, whatever they were.
I don't remember their names.
Vicky and John.
Weren't they like aliens? Didn't they have like pointy ears and shit?
They looked very Spockish. Yeah.
Spock, yeah.
I don't know what they were, but they had that Gleek, that purple or blue ass alien monkey. Remember?
Shit, yeah, I do.
I thought Jan and Jace were the ones from Space Ghost. Those are the other ones.
Space Ghost.
Right.
We have to turn this on for that.
We're so
Space Ghost. Oh shit, where's my? There we go. No. There we go. Space Ghost.
That was pretty dope.
I just had to. I don't know. Whatever. The monkey. I forgot about that monkey. Gleek.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tommy Hearns. I just watched a documentary. I keep going back to this. I have to get this bit in now. I don't know. It's not even a bit. It's just funny. Tommy Hearns, when he was the middleweight champ, he came from a poor background. He got money, and he just like started like buying cars and buying crazy shit. And he bought a monkey. And in the documentary,
haven't you always wanted a monkey?
I never wanted a monkey. Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah,
that was like popular in college.
Right. Yeah.
He bought a monkey, and his manager was a female on the documentary, and she's like, Tommy Hearns got this monkey, and that monkey, all he did was masturbate all the time. Like,
well, monkey see, monkey do.
Like, could you imagine just having my son asked me the other day, I don't know how we got to this. He's like, we get a monkey, Dad. Look, people have monkeys and stuff. What do they do? I go, well, eventually they're real cute when they're little, and then they get bigger and they like tear your face off.
Yeah, they eat you, man. Yeah.
And he's like, are you serious? I go, yeah. Or they have diapers and stuff, and then they'll take the diapers off and throw monkey poop. And my son thought that was like the funniest.
He's like, so can we get
ever.
2 of them? What are we waiting for?
Let's sing about Gleek, the monkey.
Gleek.
I brought a guitar in today. I'll go back to this. We're going to have Jackie Popovic on.
I brought in a pan flute.
What if you brought in a recorder? Did you ever do a recorder?
No, man.
What did they call it? Well, they never called it recorder when we were in school. It was called like
skin flute.
That's what you played in the bathroom before you came on the show.
Yes, with that Tommy Hearns' monkey.
What was that thing? Gleek. Tommy Hearns' monkey was also named Gleek.
Oh wow, small world.
What was that thing called? The flutophone. It was like white and red.
Flutophone?
Yeah. Did you never have a flutophone?
No, I ate Flutie Flakes before.
Did you really?
I never had a flutophone.
Did you save the box? I bet the box is worth money now.
Hopefully.
I was watching Hallen play Niles yesterday.
Yeah.
And they had these commentators, and the kid for Niles that went in as a backup quarterback was a smaller kid.
Yeah.
And the kid that was doing the commentary was like, look, he's like Doug Flutie. And you just brought up Flutie Flakes. I don't just find it really interesting, all these interweaving things,
right?
Man. Like Gleek the monkey.
I can't focus on anything.
Oh, Gleek the monkey, you whack off every day. I don't know, Gleek, what to say.
Oh, is it me now?
This is your turn, yes.
You came from a spaceship, million miles away. You hit me with your jism. And brother, that's not okay.
Gleek, you dirty monkey, take a bath. You smell, wash your ass.
Like your blue hair, your little monkey nose. Swear that you can masturbate with your hands or your toes.
That actually worked out better than I thought, man.
That's ridiculous.
Listen, anybody listening, we're copywriting that song.
It's going to be on Spotify.
You don't have...
I don't know how to use Spotify, but I've heard young people talk about Spotify.
You're crazy.
I'm gonna go buy some Spotify at the record store.
Did you ever, speaking of 80s, like going back to that thing? Because I just want to keep going back to that.
Fuck yeah. Why? I've never moved forward, so we can stay there forever.
Did you ever have like a favorite book of the 80s other than Shel Silverstein?
I think I read in the 80s.
Yeah.
Watched a lot of TV and movies.
You're old as hell, bro.
I'm trying to think like what books I read. I remember like Super Fudge. Wasn't that one like Judy Blume? Mm-hmm. She had like a bunch, but they were mostly geared toward like young women. And it was like, hey, God, it's me again, Margaret. My vagina is bleeding. It's like,
did they give those kind of lessons?
It was like,
it was like an episode of Nancy
Judy
Drew.
Blume. This is like, hey, can you pass me a tampon? It was like those. And I also read all the Babysitter's Club series.
Was Babysitter's Club 80s?
I think so. My sisters had those books all the time. I don't even know.
They're a little bit younger than you, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are you the oldest?
I am, yeah.
Oldest of three?
Of three,
yeah.
Correct. I was trying to think 80s books, man. That's a good question.
How about Choose Your Own Adventure? Did you ever do those?
Oh, yeah. I do remember those.
Those are sweet.
Those are pretty cool. I like those. There's one, oh, damn it, what was it called? I remember on our trip, every school would take a trip to D.C.
Washington, D.C. I never went because I wasn't allowed.
Yeah, because of your diplomatic status.
Yeah, I was wanted.
He had a lot of he had some bomb threats called in to the Smithsonian.
That was only before I was 12.
He was like, fuck the spirit of St. Louis. If I can't go, no one's going. He called in bomb threats.
I was always jealous of kids that got to go on these like super cool trips.
Yeah,
man.
that was only like $100. I mean, tell your parents to pony up some cash.
Poor, man. I grew up poor.
Thank God, they're like, you don't need to go to D.C. Here's a Viewmaster. Look, here's all the monuments. Click, click. There's Lincoln. Click, click. There's the Washington Monument. You're good.
What happened when you went? When you went to the Washington trip?
Oh, I was like, I remember a book. It was like Dragon's Lair or something. It was like some medieval book. It was about dragons and like everything in the 80s was movies. So I read that. But I remember going there. Oh man, this is the worst. So I was a fat kid. I've always been kind of like a husky, bigger dude. I've dropped a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Recently.
He looks good, ladies.
I look really good.
Doing a lot of push-ups.
Yep, those orange ones. Delicious. But I'm okay. So this is this is like at the height of Miami Vice. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Don Johnson.
I used to roll my sleeves
Philip
up
Michael
and then
Thomas.
Rubber band the shit.
Yeah, it was like cool.
Yeah.
Like
I had like a white sports coat.
They like released like the series soundtrack and it went to like #1. Had really good music.
Yeah,
it was really cool. Everyone's driving cool cars. They're dressed like the
rock
coolest
stars,
fashions,
cool.
I think Phil Collins was on that. So
yeah, he was.
This my mom's like, do you want to get an outfit? An outfit. You're going to DC. We should go to Sears and get you an outfit.
Oh, yes,
penny. So we go and I'm looking around. This is the height of 80s fashion. It is a fat kid. You can't wear anything cool. They don't make like back when like everything. Like people think skinny jeans is a new thing. I invented skinny jeans because whatever size they were skinny on me. Like. There's usually like fat kids had to get husky clothes.
Husky, yeah.
It was like corduroys or some shit. So we walk in and there's this display. No, this was JCPenney's at the top. I remember going up the escalator, and as soon as we get to the top, it was like, and like this light hit this display, bro. And it's the white fucking Don Johnson jacket, slacks, and like hot pink.
I was gonna say
and powder blue, shirts, and I'm like, I want that. And my mom's like, "Are you sure?" Because she's like, she was saying, "Are you sure?"
Right. She's trying to protect you.
But in her head, it's like, "You're really fat. People are gonna make fun of you. You shouldn't do this. I'm trying to be a good parent."
Did you get it?
Are you sure? And I got it, bro. I got it. I packed this fucking thing in my suitcase. So we get up there. I'm on the, you're on the bus the whole day. So you get in Friday. I don't know. We had like a pizza party or whatever, and there's a bunch of us. Like, 4 per room, whatever. We're just Lord of the Flies shit. They didn't care what they taped you in your room. They're like, if you break this tape, we're gonna send you to jail or shit. Or call your parents. And Capitol Police will come in here and nightstick you. I don't know. They scare tactic, And I'm like, all right, we're just fucking chilling here.
How old are you this time? Did you say 12?
7th, wherever you are in 7th grade.
13. Okay.
12, 13.
Yeah.
Okay, so next morning, bro, everyone's putting on like their jeans in my room and like whatever fucking jean jacket and shit. I put on this whole fucking get up, bro. The whole shebang. The boat shoes.
Did you
boat
did you roll your sleeves up?
Boat shoes, no socks, like the whole thing. I remember just like 3 of the dudes that are my friends. So they're not saying anything. They're just kind of like, I'm not gonna be a
Yeah.
Not going to be
They're not going to
be dicks
dick you,
about
yeah.
it, you know. So then I walked down, and we're all waiting on the bus, and it was just like everyone's just, it was like a point and stare. It was like that part, like any high school movie where like the kid walks in and everyone's like, and I just remember like, I don't care, I look good, bro. You know, I'm just like showing up. Then we went to like the Washington Monument, and we get all the way to the top of the thing, and the elevator broke. No, I don't know.
Like in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Homecoming.
Yeah.
They stole this from your life.
They did. I'm going to get royalties. So it breaks down. So we have to walk down all the steps. And like I'm all in white, and it's all dirty and grubby. By the time I get there, dude, I'm just all in white. It's just black. There's just smudges and shit all over me. And I just like got on the bus, and I remember we're gonna go back so everyone can change. Then we're going swimming, and I'm like, oh great, that's just another fat kid fantasy. Let me get out of this ridiculous outfit that I look like an idiot in, and then take my shirt off in front of everybody.
You have to send me.
It was such like that was like the biggest nightmare of a trip ever, bro.
You have to send. Do you have a picture of this?
I gotta ask my mom.
Oh my god.
I have to have it.
Please, Mrs. Herman, find this picture. I want to use it for the podcast.
I had
we have a
hair.
picture there. We're gonna use that picture.
I'm gonna have.
You had feathered hair.
I had hair, and it was feathered, and then I had these sunglasses that were molded plastic, so they didn't bend. It was like, you know, the Terminator ones. I thought those were cool as shit.
Hell yeah.
You're like, oh, why not pull out all the stops?
Mix it up, right?
Chubby. Let's do this. But I was like, oh man, that stuck in my head forever,
dude. And that's like, see, that hit us. I'm a couple years younger than you. That hit me. I was like in 5th grade.
Okay.
And I wore that out for like Easter. My mom bought me that shit for Easter. But
because she's like, it's Easter colors. It's a lot of pastels.
White, right. and I can remember wearing it to church. I think my hair was feathered too. And
I think you're the coolest shit ever,
I remember putting the rubber bands on or whatever. But dude,
Swatch watch.
So I had a Swatch watch. Yeah.
3 of them up your arm.
No, I only had one. We didn't have a lot of money.
Right.
My mom was a single mom. I had one fucking Swatch watch. I wore the same one every day.
It was a switch.
It was like, one of those.
It was an off-brand.
Yeah, it was an off-brand. I got it. Remember when TJ Maxx, you get like irregular shit? It was like
you got it at fucking Murphy's Mark.
Confederated Swatch watch. But you did it when you're 13, and you're like in middle school. That they're like brutal.
Like
then.
straight adolescence.
I was still like in elementary school, so there was only maybe like 10 kids or whatever.
Yeah.
You fucking did it.
And you're probably a normal weight, a normal kid weight.
No, I was kind of. I got fat. I don't want to say fat. I got heavier.
Yeah.
In 5th and 6th grade, because my grandfather and I would make cookies.
Okay.
And he discovered this recipe of we'd go to the store and get like a box of cake batter, a cup of oil, and 2 eggs. So just like lard, sugar, and some eggs to bind it all together.
Crisco.
I'd eat these cookies because I'd spend a ton of time with my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
I'd go over there after school. I'm gonna eat one of these cookies, and it was like crack. And then I'd eat one, and then I'd eat like 5.
Yeah.
You know, and then they
5 becomes 10. 10 becomes 20.
You gonna go outside and play today, Jimmy? Like, no. In the basement, fucking watching Ninja 3, where the chick gets naked. You know,
I just bought that.
Trying to play with myself like you were the guys in the fucking family video playing with themselves. You just watched that Ninja 3?
Bro, I ordered during COVID. I found
that one sucks too, man.
Dude, the Shokasuji saga. There was like
the Shokasuji ones are
Revenge of the Ninja,
awesome.
And then I got the American Ninja with Michael Dudikoff.
Fuck him too. I'm sorry.
Have you ever watched that, dude? I remember as a kid like getting it at a sleepover, and we were like, "This is the coolest." 80s for some reason was ninja heaven.
Oh, for
they
sure.
popped out of nowhere, and as soon as the 80s ended, so did like the ninjas disappeared.
Yeah, that shit's cool again. The ninjas are back out.
But I remember at a sleepover, American Ninja is so awesome. I tried watching it last year. I couldn't get through it.
Yeah.
It's the cheesiest, worst acting. Like they're throwing kicks and punches and missing by like a foot. Like the wrong angle. You could see, and the guys reacting. And you're like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me right
But bro, when you were in 5th grade, that shit was like,
Oh, it was tits, bro.
oh my god.
You're like, oh, people getting like ninja star in their eyeball and shit.
Oh yeah, the ninja. So my dad was in tool and die at the time. He was like an apprentice.
Yeah.
Over at Packard, and they would make shit, like different molds and stuff. And I'm like, Dad, can you make me a ninja star? And he was like, yeah, I'm sure when I get to that part, I can make you this ninja star. And I'd always be like, fuck yeah, ninja star. And then he started seeing this stuff, and these kids would get ninja stars from like Mickey's Army and Navy or whatever, and they'd throw them at the barn. Yeah, the truckers, and then fucking like the door would be like racked with like a million dents and ninja stars. And so then it became like, I was waiting for this ninja star.
He's like, I can make you a Nerf one.
Yeah, and I got like a rubber bottle. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? It was cool. I still have it actually.
Rubber bottle. He's like, well, rub it and.
But nothing.
Ask the genie that pops up for a ninja star.
It was just solid. It was just solid, looked like a bottle, like a Pepsi bottle almost, but miniaturized.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even do anything. What the fuck? Dad, I'm asking for a ninja star.
Yeah.
And then I got to be probably like 14 or 15. I started having my own money.
Yeah.
And one of the first things I buy is a set of throwing knives.
Okay.
Like those little black thin ones that they'd have in the
Mickey's Army Navy?
Probably, yeah. Or the other one, there was another Army Navy store down there.
For some reason, we had 2 Army Navy stores within walking distance of each other.
We moved to Halsey Drive. I grew up on Kenilworth, which is like, middle class. And then we Halsey was like a little bit, upper middle maybe. I don't know. I felt like it was upper middle. And we get over there and there's a shed, like a wooden shed.
Yeah.
And I get those fucking things.
Here we go.
And dude, I couldn't plant one in the side of that thing to save my life.
Oh, bro, they were blunt. Like they weren't sharp at all.
Well, the harder it's not how hard you throw them. They're weighted.
Oh, okay,
so it took me like a couple of days to figure out, or maybe a couple hours, I don't remember, but like how to throw them and kind of flick them like a dart.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I was like landing these things. Oh, and then my mom came home from school or from work, and I was like,
there's 13 dead squirrels in your yard.
She's like,
Jimmy, what happened? I don't know, Mom. It's like a Jim Jones thing. One of them drank some juice, and the rest of them followed.
Mass squirrel suicide.
Yeah.
No, she told me not to do it anymore because I had like all these divots in the
There's a hole in the side of the shed.
My stepdad was like, what did I get? If they had just gotten married, he's probably like, what did I get myself into? And the neighbors were like kind of nice and shit. They're like all nice people. And there's this little fucking weird 13-year-old
throwing knives for hours at a time.
Fucking knives out there. Awful, man. Did you ever dress up like a ninja too? Was that a thing?
Yeah. Like
Halloween or something? I did that one year.
Yeah, I did. I did have. Yep, I totally did. And then me and my friends would play like ninja training camp. Like there was this woods. Like everyone that grew up had woods behind their house.
Yeah, right.
There's like woods and like there's this like little pond and stuff. So we like run around and have sticks, pretend they were swords, and like hitting each other, like throwing rocks at each other. And, like then you'd have to spar.
Rock fight.
You'd literally just beat the shit out of each other, like pretend you knew martial arts until someone started bleeding or got a concussion. And like, okay, it's over. And someone's mom would come out and start calling everyone else's moms. Someone hit Ricky in the face with a rock. Like,
who started this?
Who was it?
Who started
this? Who did this?
Did you ever get into like martial arts and stuff, or did you ever want to do that?
I don't know if we discussed this last time or not, or who I was talking about this. I remember I was in 5th grade, again, portly child. I'm like, I'm going to take karate. And my buddy's
like, you go do sumo, son.
Exactly. Is there some sort of martial arts where it's mostly eating? Taekwondo donut? Is that a thing?
He's a character in our show now, too.
Yes.
Taekwondo
donut. And so my friend's dad's like, yeah, as long as you get good grades and you bring your report card, this guy will like teach you martial arts for free. It sounded like some weird, literally Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi.
Was he gonna be a little rubby
wax on, wax
off?
So my parents were like, okay. So this dude's dad, Jason's dad, took us, and his dad was like an ex Green Beret or something.
Oh shit!
And the guy who's teaching us like this ex Green Beret, and we get there, and the dude looks like young Ving Rhames, like the bald head, black dude, just built as shit.
Yeah,
and
probably intimidating to a 12-year-old kid.
And I remember like we went like several times a week, and the first like 15 minutes you get there. As soon as you get there, you take off your shoes and you start running around this gym. This is in an old high school gym.
Is there how many kids are in this group?
Oh man, there's different age groups, but there's like grown men too. There's probably like 40 people.
Wow, that's a huge class.
And so you got to take off your shoes and you run around the gym. You know how gym floors are. So it's this cold, hard floor, and you're feet slap. So you're running. You got to keep running until this guy gets here and he tells you to stop. So we do that, and then I remember the first month, which is kind of like I think back Karate Kid when Daniel's son's like, man, what the fuck, man? I'm just like painting this guy's fence and like doing all his fucking odd jobs. Like this dude would just have us like run around, and then he'd have us like jump up and down on like benches and shit. I'm like, when are we gonna learn how to like fucking do a flying back kick or something? Then he has us like pick each other up on like our backs, like link arms, and like run to one side. It was just like all calisthenics for like a month. And I'm like, I'm already a fat kid. Like, I want to learn how to defend myself. I don't want to fucking be the exercise king. Like, this is ridiculous. So I told my parents I don't want to do this anymore.
Did you ever learn any of that shit?
No, man. No, he didn't teach us anything. He just told us, like, I know how to run. I'm not good at it. I'm fat.
So
like, you're not going to perfect by running.
They kind of prepare you, though, right?
I think it was like a training thing.
Yeah, and they're
like,
preparing you to get to the point.
Your stamina and get this up. But I was like, dude, you're a kid. You're like, I just want to start.
They got to mix. He should have sprinkled some shit in there, yeah.
Punch someone in the face.
Right.
So I was like, screw this.
Or how do I block from somebody punching me in the face? I want to be like Sho Kosugi, fight like four guys in the parking lot.
Stop getting beat up on recess.
Did you get beat up in school?
No,
Did you get picked on?
I was more like the funny kid.
Yeah.
Dude, once you put on weight as a kid, you're like, oh, if I can't defend myself physically, I'm going to make you be the funny guy and make you look like an idiot. Kind of thing.
Did you ever dress anybody down with your humor?
Yeah, all the time.
No shit.
Someone come, make fun of you being fat, and your first thing you're like, okay, I'm gonna pick you apart. Like you're gonna roast the shit out of them.
Yeah.
So as soon as
here's your mom's panties.
So as soon as you say something,
I fucked your mom.
You've already had like probably 17 things you knew about this kid. Like you would just keep like this file of like this this file in your mind of like, oh, I know this is what he's like, and this is his weakness, and this is this, and you're just like bah, 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 like a Gatling gun of insults, and the kid's like, okay, man,
leave me alone.
Right, but no one really picked. I don't remember ever getting in a fight. Maybe someone pushed or no real physical shit. Because then once you get the reputation of being like, this dude's gonna fucking make you look like an idiot, and he'll do it in front of everybody, like people just back off.
Yeah,
and once
the power of comedy.
Once you start making jokes, and like people just want to hang out with you because you're funny.
Yeah, right.
They're like, oh, this dude's cool. He's funny. He's a funny dude.
Did you get invited to a lot of parties? Because they're like, oh, Shane will say some funny shit, or whatever.
I remember going to a lot, yeah. Like then,
what year did you graduate? 92?
91.
91.
I hang out with a lot of different cliques. Like I was never one for like one clique. Like I hang out with these guys. This group, hang out with this group. I was never like one clique. But that's how you make friends. You're a personable person. You're funny. You're something interesting to say.
Yeah. A lot of chicks in comedy. A lot of the comic guys get a lot of chicks.
They can. Hasn't been my personal experience, but it's possible. Well, no, but it helps. Having a great sense of humor helps.
100%.
Dude, that's your first opener. As soon as you make a girl laugh, boom, then you have an opening.
Panty dropper.
Right, exactly.
Crazy, man. Did you ever feel like no matter how much you tried, you couldn't make somebody laugh, or somebody like you wanted to make laugh? Like, I got a crush on that girl. Did you ever I'm gonna try extra hard to impress her? Or try to...
No, I was never like that. I would just, do what came naturally to me. Like, I was always good at just being funny, whether it be like whatever we're talking about, then I could take into a direction where, okay, you say something, then I'm just like, oh, okay, something clicks in my head, and I'm like, I'm gonna say this. This is gonna be funny. This would be funny. This would be funny.
Does it happen like that fast? Like you making shit up just like right Johnny on the spot kind of stuff?
I've always been kind of like conversationally funny. Then I took it to the point where I'd start writing stuff down, and then start practicing your act and your craft. But it's always, I don't know. I can't explain how my mind works. It's just stuff just pops up.
Crack cocaine.
Click, 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 click. Yeah.
A lot of
crack cocaine.
That's an inside
Speaking
joke.
of the 80s,
That's an inside joke.
I'd also
Shane
be
and I.
sold at Totally Awesome.
What was the thing? I text you. I go, "Do you want some coffee, crack cocaine, or?" And then you said something back. Well, both or all. Or,
Yeah, either. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you have on
I'm
hand.
out on the corner like a common street whore, Jim.
But there's some people, I don't think I've ever tried to make a specific person ever laugh. Like, even when I do comedy, like there's some people just aren't going to get what I do. They're not going to find it funny. They're going to be either don't find my humor funny or my subject matter, or some people just come to shows like with a chip on their shoulder too. Like no matter what, like, I'm not going to laugh. I'm not going to laugh. Like I've had people just sit front row, stare at you, arms crossed, right out the gate.
Yeah, that's
Like,
weird, man. Why would you even go?
I don't understand.
Aren't you going to have a good time?
I don't understand that mentality at all. But it's like, whatever, man. But sometimes that will bother you. Even if you have like 98% of other people laughing, there'll be that one person like, what the fuck is this guy's problem?
Yeah.
Like, what's up? Like, what would I have had to say?
Maybe he was like a failed comic,
but
he wasn't the funny kid.
Possibly. Some people just don't have sense of humor either.
Yeah, but I mean, aren't you kind of open? Like when I'm going to a music show, I don't go to like criticize it, or if I'm going to, not that I'm a comic, but if I was going, I'm not going to like. I'm kind of open. Like I'm going because I want to laugh. I'm going to the music show because I want to listen to music.
Right.
I
want to chill.
Want to vibe.
Like, speaking of that, I saw like on one of the local Facebook things, they were talking about the river. I think it was on the River Rock at the AMP site.
Yeah.
Did you see this thing?
I don't know.
This lady was like all bent out of shape. She's like,
oh, like, I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. I went there and people were standing up.
Yeah.
And they're dancing all
in front
over,
of me. Yeah.
And enjoying themselves. And I was like, yeah, that's weird that people would go to a music show and not just sit with their hands folded in their laps, staring like zombies in front of them with their eyes glazed over, and then leave halfway before it's over to get home to get an 8 hours of sleep and have go to bed at a reasonable time. I'm like, how are you such a thief of joy? You're like, people are enjoying themselves at the River Rock.
Yeah, how dare them have a good time?
What the fuck did you think was going to happen here?
I don't know.
It's not the symphony. Like, what is...
Right. Well, that's what I kind of was like thinking, because I was trying to, not empathize like it was a big thing, but I was like, oh, okay, I get that. Because, you've been to some place where like, there is some dickwad in front of you,
right?
Or whatever, and you're like, you're gonna get up to applaud, or you're gonna do it. But of course, the River Rock, it's like an amphitheater and it's open air. There's not like assigned seating or whatever.
And everyone's drinking.
Yeah. I don't really go to a lot of the shows. I've been to Finn's
in the past. I've been to that Zoso. The Led Zeppelin one's really good.
I heard that's awesome. That's my favorite band.
Me and my buddy used to just go and hang out and drink and
pick up.
I mean, you don't have to pay attention. Like, it's kind of like music in the background. Like we've been having, like kind of like it's like, oh, it's like atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to sit up there and stare at fake Bon Jovi for 2 hours.
But some people take it real serious. Obviously, that woman took it serious. What show was that she went and saw?
Man, I don't even remember.
That was just a couple weeks ago.
Almost Billy Joel. I don't know. Whatever the fuck they call themselves.
Almost Billy Joel.
Can't believe it's not Elton John.
You're going to a show tonight. You're going to a comedy.
Oh, yeah, man.
Is it tonight?
Yeah, it is tonight with my buddy Josh Winters, who I also do comedy with at the Youngstown Comedy Syndicate. He got like tickets. He had an extra ticket to see Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
The Cavelli Center tonight, so I'm going to go check him out.
So Renee, my wife, I was like, she's like, hey, what's going on? I don't know how I was telling her what I was doing this week, or telling her what I was doing today, or last night for today. And she was like, oh. I said, yeah, I'm having Shane Herman on. She was like, what's he do? And I go, because obviously she doesn't listen to my show.
Jesus.
And so I was like, he's a comic.
Get out from under the rock, Renee.
I go, he's a comic.
I'm a big name in this town, sweetheart.
He was on season 1. She's like, is that the one that's performing at the Cavelli Center tonight? And I'm like, huh? And then you came in today and you're like, yeah. So I'm like, well, I had that comic on that's going to the Cavelli Center tonight. She's like, oh, I didn't think you did that. Yeah.
I will do 5 minutes from my seats
before he goes on.
Before Gaffigan goes on.
Yeah, good seats over there?
I don't even know. I had no clue. He said, I got a ticket. Do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, man, I'll go see Gaffigan's one of the guys who I think is really unique because he's really funny, has a great following for several years, and he's like clean, like super clean. Like almost 100, like he doesn't swear. It's not really provocative material. It's not dirt, you know?
Yeah.
He's just one of those
like
guys.
Bill Cosby used to be before he went to prison.
Yes. So far, Gaffigan is charges free, so it's good.
We're not insinuating anything about Gaffigan.
No.
That dude's funny as shit.
That dude's really funny, and I've seen him on different TV shows. Like he did some stuff with the Broken Lizard guys. I think he was in Super Troopers 1 and 2. I think he was in both of those, like little bits in Slam and Salmon. But I've seen him in like do other little bits. Like I'm surprised that guy hasn't taken off more with like a TV show or a film career, you know?
Yeah.
Because he's super funny.
Yeah,
he's
is
super
really
talented,
funny.
and like to be able to be that funny and keep it clean and family friendly. That's kudos to him, man.
Yeah, that's super hard.
Sure shit can't do it.
I feel sometimes like when I try to be funny or if I'm trying to like be humorous, I'll swear more or you know what I mean to get that.
Sometimes.
But my
thing is that's just how I talk. Like,
it is too.
But
that's also my humor.
Yeah.
Like I like filthy stuff.
I don't like when people tell me what I can't say, especially if I'm doing comedy. I've had, different venues will go, I'm like, all right, we don't want you talking about this. We don't want you using this subject matter. We don't want you talking. And I'm like, man, then I don't want to do it. Like I do this because it's fun to me, and I do it because I get to say whatever the fuck I want to say. Like, you have a regular 9-to-5 job, you got to do whatever they tell you to do.
Well, you've got 2 upcoming shows.
I do.
September 4th and September the 16th.
Yeah, I got contacted. I opened up for this dude a couple years ago at the West Side Bowl. That's Dan West. He's from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay, yeah.
And I think he has family in the area or something, because there was a lot of people the last time that came out. So he had pretty good following. And he hit me up on Facebook, and he's like, hey, man, I'm coming back in town. I really liked your stuff last time, which is always cool to hear.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, I want you to, see if you wanted to, do, 10 minutes opening up. There'll be a couple other people, other comics too. I think he's bringing them with him. I don't know who they are. And I was like, yeah, bro, yeah, I'll do it. So that's going to be at the West Side Bowl is a great venue.
Awesome.
If you haven't been there, it's like a metroplex of entertainment. It really is. Like they have 2 stages. They have an upstairs stage. They have a basement stage, the trophy room.
Yeah. Which
I think is where this comedy show is going to be. They have bowling there. They have food. They have pizza. And they have bands like constantly in there. And Nate's a super cool guy that owns that place. Staff's great. Food's great. Like I like it a lot.
Pizza.
Yeah, dude, their pizza's so good.
I know. We did a show there. Some of the Youngstown filmmakers with John Ceccatelli. He did like a live reading, and I played the dude.
Oh, so the Big Lebowski. I remember when. Yeah.
That was the first time I was ever there, and I was like, dude, this place is rad as shit.
A chill vibe. And you know what else they have in there now? A record store. They have a record store inside the West Side Bowl
with vinyl.
It's all vinyl. Yeah.
I was saying
earlier, smaller place. I don't know what it used to be. It might have been like a storage closet, but these guys, there's two dudes, they're partners. They own the I guess the Star. I don't know how it works. Nate rents the space out to him or whatever.
Yeah.
But I got a couple. I got some vinyl. I got the Jaws soundtrack, the original Jaws soundtrack.
Oh, I saw you post that. Yeah, that's sweet.
Because I'm a big Jaws fan. And then I ended up getting Bob and Doug McKenzie, The Great White North, which was Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas from the old SCTV, Strange Brew.
Yeah.
Another movie from the 80s.
Yeah.
But they had a comedy album, and I found that there. So, yeah.
Do they just do vinyl, or is it they do CDs too?
You know what they do? They have vinyl. I'm not sure if they had CDs, but they had cassettes.
That's making a comeback, I saw.
And they were talking about, like, once they get more inventory in and everything, they were talking about doing VHS tapes as well. Movies and VHS, like vintage classic.
Yeah.
Old 80s horror. They had some, and I asked the guy, he's like, we really just have those there as ambiance because they have a little tube TV, and they put, like, 80s horror movies in.
That's cool.
And I saw one. I was like, "Was this for sale?" He's like, "I don't know. Let me ask my partner." He's like, "Yeah," told me how much it was, and I was like, "Yeah, maybe I'll come back."
That'll be $18 for Creep Show.
Right. It was something weird and obscure I hadn't seen for like a long time. Some vampire movie. I don't even remember the name, but it looked cool.
First Bite.
Yes.
I remember that
With
one.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to be at West Side Bowl September 4th.
What time is that?
I think it starts
7
at
o'clock?
7.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's $10 in advance or at the show for that one. But it's going to be a good show. Dan's a good, great comic, and of course I'm going to be there. So
I'm going to tell Renee about this because we went downtown. I can't remember when that was. Well, before the shutdown of everything.
Yeah.
And we saw. Who did we see? We saw. What's the guy? Chris Farley's brother.
Oh, Kevin Farley, I think.
That dude was fucking funny, man.
Yeah, is he good?
I was surprised, because I was just like, we just went with friends. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll go to this show. And I was like, pleasantly surprised. I'm like, oh, man, this dude's really good.
Yeah, he's done other stuff too. I mean, had like little bit parts here and there.
Yeah. But she loves live comedy.
Yeah.
And that's such a cool space. Actually, I got to make it over to Jeff Burke's place. I picked up a new CD. I was saying earlier when I was trying to play the guitar.
Yeah.
Jackie Popovic from the Vindies is coming on the show.
Oh, okay.
And they have a live from the West Side Bowl. They did like a live.
Oh yeah.
And recorded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it's good. I haven't seen it. They have their new album. Have you checked out their new album yet?
Oh, I'll have to see.
It's called Bugs.
I think I do remember them playing there though at the West Side Bowl. I remember
Dude,
seeing
it is
that.
freaking dope. Their new album is amazing. Yeah. And then you got another show coming up though, which is kind of closer by for me, which is at Cork and Cap.
Yeah, Cork and Cap, which is over on Elm Road in Warren, Ohio, September 18th. That starts at 7 p.m. That's no cover. That's going to be a free show.
Standing room only, so get there early.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a homecoming thing for us because we had to stop doing them at the shutdown in March of 2020. Then we tried to start it back up this year in like March, April-ish, but then he was having trouble. Of course, every place staffing, so we had to wait until he could find help and staff it up. And he's like, "Hey, man, I got a full crew now. You want to set up a show?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, Nick." Which Nick's a great guy over there at Cork and Cap. If you've never been there, it's really cool. It's all kinds of beers and wines. You can go take out. You can drink it there.
They have really good pizza too, actually.
Yeah, they do. And like those pepperoni rolls and Reuben rolls. And
I'm getting hungry now.
I know, dude. Spinach rolls. They got all kinds of rolls, man. I think they do charcuterie too.
Charcuterie.
You're a charcuterie.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. We could probably make a character name that's something charcuterie. One of those talk show host names that we're working on.
And and I said no cover. It's gonna be me, Tim Wolf, Eric Lewis, Aaron Scardina, Josh Winters, Matt Liller, and Jason Moliterno is going to host. So you're getting a lot of comics. These are all guys in the Youngstown Comedy Syndicate too. I just wanted to do the first show with like basically all us.
Yeah.
And then hopefully there's not another shutdown or the apocalypse or whatever the hell is going to happen. We all get taken over by giant radioactive ants or whatever
the zombie virus doesn't kill us all.
Hell is going to happen next. But yeah, September 18th, man, come on out. It's totally chill. They also got like wine vending machines there.
I saw that.
Yeah, where you pay, you just like go up and I think you get like a bracelet or something and you just like scan it.
Yeah.
I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
Or you get a card and you put it in and
it's kind of cool because you can try different stuff.
You mix and match. You can get as much or as little as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Nick runs a great place. And honestly, that stage at the Cork and Cap is one of the nicest stages in this area. If you've never been inside there, it's like he has it set up full lights, the sound, everything. It's, like I said, one of the nicest stages in the area. So make sure you go and check that out and get some stuff.
I'd like to do maybe not on this run, but I'd like to do we were talking, I said, man, I know you are interested in acting and stuff. And we were talking about I'd like to do like a live, a stand-up show.
Yeah.
At Cork and Cap. We could do a show.
Yeah.
And I'll shoot it. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Because I was going to ask you about who's your favorite, we were talking about vinyl kind of coming back. Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite like comedy album? Or maybe not even favorite, just like ones that are quintessential, ones you remember like getting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, probably I think one of the first ones I got when I was a kid was Robin Williams live at the Met, and it was on cassette.
Was that the HBO special?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That was one of the ones. I also remember.
Remember Comic Relief? They used to do Comic Relief.
Yeah, for the homeless.
Yeah.
It's like started by Bob Zamuda, who, if you don't know who Zamuda is, he was Andy Kaufman's kind of like partner in crime, and he would play like Tony Clifton when Andy Kaufman wasn't doing Clifton, so they could like really mind fuck people that think like, oh my god, maybe Kaufman isn't Tony Clifton. And if you don't know who Andy Kaufman or who Tony Clifton is, look it up. It's,
go watch Man on the Moon.
Yeah, basically Andy Kaufman was like Tom Green before Tom Green, or like he was like the Uber troll. Like the guy was just like did whatever he wanted, try to like F with people, and and people are like, what the hell is going on? Sometimes he was like super funny, and sometimes he would just do shit to literally fuck with people because him and his friends thought it was funny.
Yeah,
he's a genius. He's way ahead of his time.
He was like kind of out when we walked in here today. When we're talking about doing this impromptu song. Yeah, it's like, man, we're gonna be on a wire, with no. We're gonna be on a tightrope with no, and that's how I feel his comedy was. Like he was willing to just, there's no net underneath. I'm just gonna try this, and if it works, cool.
There's a local guy, a friend of mine, Michael Kalenich.
Yes.
Do you know Michael?
Oh yeah, we talked about it on the last show. Yeah, I know Mike for years.
Michael is probably one of the funniest people I know, and he does that. He takes those chances.
Yeah,
he does. He's very Kaufman-esque, and the stuff he does is hilarious. I've seen him. He's going to be at the West Side Bowl opening up for a band. I can't remember when it is, but he's usually does character-based comedy.
Yeah.
And he played like
he does that show, like a
Vegas magician at this last one, where the tricks are just not working. Dude, he's just super funny.
Yeah,
he's really funny.
He's got a YouTube channel where he does cooking and stuff like that.
He does a lot of food reviews.
Yeah, and he kind of
cooking
interweaves those kind of characters into like his delivery. Kind of you said Andy Kaufman, kind of it does remind me of that.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. Like
I saw him at Damon's back in the day, or whatever Damon's.
Oh, when it was the Funny Farm.
Yeah.
After they left the Metroplex, they went to Damon's.
Yeah. He did a show there, and I went. It was good.
That was one of the first open mics I went to. Yeah.
Was it Damon's?
Yep. It's the old Damon's.
So, besides Robin Williams, were you Richard Pryor? I'm like Richard Pryor live at the Sunset Strip. That's my go-to.
That's one. Eddie Murphy, Delirious was huge.
Yeah.
I had the cassette, and I think I also had like the VHS, or I just remember watching it it was on HBO all the time.
Yeah.
And you had to stay up real late and wait till your parents would fall asleep. Because I would have been like, that when it came out, I don't think I was even, it might have been early teen, not even a teen, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, he got popular when I was like 10. That was the first rated R movie I went to without my parents. My mom let me go with my cousins to Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay.
And it was like
Yeah.
My mom, I bust her a little bit, but she was like super cool. And we actually got I think from front row or first row video.
Yeah.
I got Delirious, and I don't know how old I was, probably like 10. Nah, maybe not 10, 11 or 12. Yeah. Not very much, though.
Right.
And then Raw came out, and Raw was really good, too.
Yeah.
But, like, if it's like a David Lee Roth or
Raw didn't have the same punch.
No, I got to go with Delirious.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Raw didn't have the same. I agree with you on that, man. It was good. It was okay. It wasn't the best. I think Spike Lee directed that.
Oh, he might have. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he did. Raw, like the concert.
Yeah,
comedy concert film.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Spike Lee.
Hickory Dickory Dock. Remember when that shit came out?
Yeah.
I went on.
Dice Clay was huge. Sam Kinison was huge.
Yeah.
There's some like Bobcat Goldthwait. A lot of people don't like him because of the voice and the character he did. Man's brilliant.
Yeah.
He's one of the funniest people. I saw him like 5-6 years ago at Mojo's when the Funny Farm was in there. And
he's still touring, huh?
yeah, he doesn't do the voice. He does a lot of film. He has a lot of films under his belt as a director.
No shit.
Yeah. Look up. He did like World's Best Dad with Robin Williams, and he did like, I don't know if you remember, I think one of his first films was Shakes the Clown. It was like him and Sandler.
Oh
and
yeah,
Julie
yeah,
Brown.
yeah.
But he's probably got like, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 films under his belt. Maybe. But like I saw him recently, and it was just him telling stories.
Is he doing that bit still?
About his life? No, he doesn't do the like. He makes fun of
when he used
he's
to
like,
do it?
I don't do the shit anymore. All right, I don't do that. But he, but just stories about his life and the way he tells them. Phenomenal storyteller and hilarious. Like my face hurt from like start to finish. And I recently got to see one of my comedy idols, Dave Attell, was at Hilarities.
You were talking about him last show. Because I said Dave Chappelle, and you're like, no, Dave Attell.
He's still amazing. Hilarious from start to finish. Totally worth. If you ever have a chance to see Dave Attell comes to your town, definitely do it. Very funny guy.
I gotta check that out. Is he? I'm sure he's on YouTube. He's got some. Does he have any specials?
Yeah.
Netflix or any of that stuff?
I don't know if he does. Skanks for the Memories is the album.
That's what you're telling me.
If you can get a hold of that album and listen to it, it's one of my favorites.
I was gonna say that's your go-to.
Yeah, I like that one. Like regionally, you probably know who Mike Polk Jr. is.
Oh yeah,
Mike.
He was on the show, bro.
Was he on?
Yeah, he told the funniest shit my pants story ever. we're UC bros. We both have ulcerative colitis. I've talked about it on the show before, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, so what's your favorite? I said, would you be willing to tell a story? Dude, he tells this story about how he shits his pants driving home after being on a bender the night before, and he's racing to the I-80 rest stop, and a cop pulls him because he's trying to get there before he goes, and dude, he ends up shitting his pants in the thing. Yeah, I'm not doing it any justice. You listen to go back to season 2. It's hysterical. Yeah, bro, it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
He's a great storyteller.
Still gave him a ticket. He was like trying to explain to him, like, I have this problem, and fucking shit.
So whatever, shitty pants.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Here's your ticket.
Use it as a diaper. I don't care. Wipe your ass with it.
He's like saying, like, man, the cop was making it seem like I was using, I purposely did that as an excuse to get out of the ticket.
Like a chick would use her cleavage.
Right.
He's like, I don't have cleavage. I guess I'll just shit my pants.
Right.
See if I can flirt my way out of this one. With the squirts coming out. But he has an album called Baseless Arrogance, and it's super funny.
Oh, really?
Mike Polk Jr. I went to his album release party. It was the Agora probably like 4 years ago or something.
Okay.
And Baseless Arrogance, if you can get a hold of that, it's probably online wherever you kids go.
He's got a book too.
Yeah.
He wrote a book.
Yeah. He's a funny guy.
He's a funny cat. We went to high school together.
Yeah.
We were in journalism class with Father Jarek. Actually, that's my Father Leonard voice, but Father Jarek.
It'll work for any father. Really.
Father Leonard. Good guy. Drunk chicks. I just have some notes.
Oh, okay.
Drunk chicks.
Bring them out, Jim. Come on, ladies.
We were talking.
I love this segment.
That was going to be one of my subjects.
Right.
For the song, I thought I could try drunk chicks.
Party.
It's before.
Party's here. You know how you can tell it's a 20-something girl's birthday at the bar? Because they'll shout it every 5 fucking minutes. It's my birthday today. It's my birthday. It's birthday over here.
How about the ones that are like on the the bridal party? Before they get married. What's it called?
Oh, the bachelorette party? Oh, dude, yeah. I've been to like several, just being a bar, and they just invade like out of nowhere. You're like, everyone's just having a regular night, and then they're just like, everybody, Brittany's getting married. And they always have like some weird fucking like party things, like little games they play at everybody. They're like, okay, you can suck one of these lifesavers off her shirt for $1. And they're like, okay, now we're going to play the game. Let's see how many dicks she can fit in her mouth at once. Everybody, we got 17 over at BW3s. See if we can break it. I'm like, what the fuck? You guys are really taking this like to the next level, kind of. Like every one of them is just like, we don't care what happens. Like, we're here just to break shit. Like, they just come in there like just wildebeest, man. They're just like, let's fucking party.
There's always that one that's like crying in the corner.
Yeah,
and there's always one that's like
there's the one
total
that's
slut.
just gonna cock block everyone too.
Oh yeah,
she's
don't talk to her.
She's like, she has a boyfriend.
Yeah, right.
You know what? She's drunk. You're like, I know. We're at a bar.
That's why you came.
That's why
here.
I have an 80% approval rating here. No, just kidding. I don't hit on. Well, I mean, I hit. I don't take advantage of anyone that's.
You have to be careful nowadays, man.
Exactly.
You can't even like
be classy about it.
Yeah.
You buy her a drink first.
You have to ask her.
Yes.
Can I kiss you?
May I place my rose petal lips upon yours?
It's really kind of strange times we're living in.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. You don't. I wouldn't want people coming up touching me for, you know.
No. That's never acceptable.
No.
But like, if you're, you're alone in that private. I mean, listen, we've all made out in a bar. You know what I'm saying? But that takes a certain amount of liquid courage and also a certain amount of just like throwing it out there.
Yeah.
And you might get some times where the chick's like, yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah.
And that would just happen, right?
Yeah.
And then other times,
Are you talking about Bowling Green in the 90s, Jim?
I am talking, well, yeah,
that sounds
that
like
definitely happened in Bowling Green.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, I feel that.
But like now it's like, you're even... Or do you have to sign a waiver beforehand? Like, what's the whole...
You got to talk it out.
Yeah, it's weird. It's strange.
It's very romantic.
It's not...
When you have to get it notarized.
It's non-spontaneous.
You're going to have to notarize my penis before I place it anywhere near you.
You should write children's books, Shane.
I should.
That actually...
Shane Silverstein. Where my penis ends. You gotta pick up the hard copy if you know what I mean, ladies.
Man, the hard cover.
Yikes! This guy's out of control.
Drunk
Where's
chicks
the off button on him?
at Gargoyles in BG.
Gargoyles.
Remember Gargoyles?
Yes.
I got in a fight there with my roommate. Not with my roommate, but like we got in a fight with some other people, some townies.
I remember Gargoyles.
You got your start at Checkers. That was show one. I remember that.
Yeah. That's the first time I ever did comedy, and I won. I won the contests. 100 smackers.
Nice. You're still carrying it around in your wallet now.
I am.
You got it framed.
That's all the money I have in the world.
The best way to get a hold of you, man, besides your parole officer, in case anybody wants to reach out.
Oh, man, go on Facebook, man. I don't do Twitter. I don't do Instagram. I do Facebook.
Hey.
Shane Herman, ShaneHerman. Shane Herman.
But you used to do great tweets in history. You don't have a fucking Twitter account?
No. I got one. You want to know the only reason I got a Twitter account? I wanted to ask Henry Winkler a question about Happy Days, and I didn't know how else I could get a hold of him, so I started an account just so I can...
Did he respond?
No! So I like, this is bullshit, so I stopped Twittering altogether.
Stop tweeting.
I'm like, fucking, I had a legitimate question. I'm like, all right, sorry, Fonzie. Apparently you're too busy not making any more Adam Sandler movies. Fuck you, dude.
Was he in the Adam Sandler movies? Oh, he was the
He's
coach.
been like in all of them.
He was the coach in...
He's in a lot.
Is he?
Dude, once you do one Adam Sandler movie, you're like, he makes you sign something like you got to do him for the rest of your life until you die.
Who's the one
No matter
dude?
how horrible they are.
Is it Garaputo? Who's the one dude that's like in every one and he's like weird looking? He's got like blonde curly hair. He always plays like the drunk dude or something.
Yeah.
He's
I
like
know
one
you're
of Sandler's
talking.
boys.
Oh, yeah. I know you're the guy who talks like this.
Yes.
I have no idea what his name is, but he always talks like that.
He's always doing that bit too.
Very sling bleedy.
Right. Yeah.
Gonna get me some French fried potatoes.
You got mistaken for Silent Bob, for
all the time, bro.
For Kevin Smith. Did you ever get mistaken? I bet you could pull off Sling Blade.
I probably could.
Yeah.
I got that very... What was that dude's name? Billy Bob Thornton? Billy Bob.
Some people call it a Kaiser Blade. I call it... That's terrible, but Sling Blade, whatever. So all you drunk chicks, you can check out Shane on Facebook.
Sober up.
Or his
Get your
email.
life together before you call me.
And stop wearing those
drunk ladies.
boas all the time. No one wants to see that shit.
Yeah.
When it rains, the boa is like, damps your cleavage.
What are you, a WWE wrestler from 1985?
Terrible.
No one needs to see you in a boa.
you know, and it's funny. They're like, we just want to be left alone. Like, why'd you wear the T-shirts then that says Bachelorette or like, you know, single for
Why are the nipples cut out of your T-shirt?
You could suck your nipples. That's the game.
That's only $5.
Who can? I was gonna get gross for a second.
She's trying to raise money to go to Disneyland for her honeymoon.
Shane Herman, ladies and gentlemen, will be once again September 4th and September 18th. First at the West Side Bowl, and then at Cork and Cap in beautiful Warren, Ohio on Elm Road, close to by where I used to live. September 18th, I'm going to try to make that one too. The fourth one, I think my dad's in town. That might be a kind of a cool place.
Yeah.
My dad would sit at the bar and like eat 16 pieces of pizza. That pizza is really good, man. Hey, man, I really appreciate you coming out today to chat with us.
This isn't my coming out episode, Jim. That's going to be...
That'll be number 3.
Season 4.
Yeah, that'll be number 3. You going to come back?
Fuck yeah, bro.
Hopefully we have a season 3.
I mean, you got a lava lamp in here. It's really adding some class to the place.
Right? And last time, we just got you drunk. Now, we're just sending you with a pass to go get drunk.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm going to Modern Methods after this. What
Rock
time
and roll.
is it? Is it okay to start drinking now?
Yeah, 2 p.m. It's like they say. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Man, I'm kicking that door in, and we're going to party.
Booyah. Ladies and gentlemen, listeners, lovers, and friends, until the next time, stay electrified. Check us out on theprodcast.net. Sign up for our giveaways, and make sure you go out and see Shane Herman. I was leaving that open.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah.
Yeah, come out and see me, man.
Thanks for coming out, man.
You too.
Until the next time, folks, be kind to one another. Peace.